Louisiana Beer Reviews Guava-Rita. The Rita's Guava-Rita Sparkling Margarita Limited Edition. This was introduced in 2020 for a limited time. I saw a news report that was posted April 15th, 2020 saying the new Anheuser-Busch Rita. Okay, so this is very new. 60th day of 2020, I guess. I can't figure all this other stuff out. So I don't know where this is from. Hear sirens, probably going to the hospital, emergency room, right over there. So get a lot of that. Feel bad for the people, whatever it could be. More than likely a car wreck. All right, Guava-Rita. They're saying it's summertime. Well, it's cold today. For the last 2 days, like it's wintertime in Louisiana, down in the 40s at night in some parts of this area. So not summer. All right, can's kind of bent up, but when they slamming them on those racks, they tend to get bent up and dented up, and the aluminum on these cans is very thin. All right, so this is the first video review for this flavored beer in the world. I didn't bother checking. I should have checking. I didn't remember. Actually, I was going to. Didn't remember to check the tap into your beer to see if it's made with any artificial things or high fructose corn syrup. But I'll try to copy the ingredients and post it, assuming they even have this listed on there. So it's opaque pink, right? That's a pink, orangish pink, maybe a little bit, depending on how the light's hitting it. But it's mostly pink, like a watermelon pulp. This is another one I picked up at Circle K on Louisiana Highway 3188. The Raspberry-Rita. Now they're saying on Beer Advocate this is discontinued, no longer in production. Well, clearly it's in production. It's back. Not even listed on the Rita's website. The 66th day of 2020 at VE. 1706. What is VE? I know they have 12 different breweries. And what is LG? That's got to be LG. I don't know. Tart. Very tart. Is that from the guava? Or is it from the sodium citrate that they add to these to give it a tart flavor? I don't know. Fruit, there's a pale malt underbody, 207 calories per 12 ounce, not a diet beer, 8% alcohol, be careful, 25 ounce can, get that extra ounce. It tastes so much like all these other products. They tend to taste very similar one to the other. I was doing the Mogen-David 2020 Electric Melon. Very much like this. That's 13% flavored wine. This is 13% flavored beer. But it makes you wonder, are they constructing that wine in a way that makes it odorless and colorless like they do with the beer? To make it odorless and colorless, like a base to build the flavors upon, much like a blended Scotch whiskey, where they get the grain alcohol basically inert as far as flavor and aroma in, or American blended whiskey, and they build the flavors with the straight bourbon or the straight malt whiskey. Okay, same concept. Not always the same result. They don't always come out so nice, but I have been running across a lot of good ones, and this. Let's see, this says malt beverage. Yes. It's got it on both sides of the band. Malt beverage with natural flavors and artificial colors. Well, yeah, that looks like the food coloring gave it that, but it's a natural flavor. Government warning, well, we know that. Any other disclosures here? Contains alcohol, showing a margarita glass with a fruit wedge on it. No, that's your disclosure. Malt beverage with the natural flavors and artificial colors. And then I got this old Peels can. Draft style. It doesn't say draft beer. It says draft style premium beer from Detroit, Michigan. I bought this in 1996 on US Highway 1 in Connecticut, right off the highway. I guess on the southbound side, I think the northbound side was just a beach, like the Atlantic Ocean. All right, but interesting liquor store. I bought the Peels there. 6-pack in. Well, Meisterbrow. You say Meisterbrow. Well, yeah, because back then you couldn't get Meisterbrow in Louisiana. And where's my can? I hope I didn't lose that thing. Couldn't get it in Louisiana. I saw about a railroad track one time. Probably it was on the train and a guy threw it off. Probably came from somewhere out west. It's I was noticing this with the 2020, the Mogendava 2020 Electric Melon. It had almost a salt flavor, like the people salt the margaritas. This has that too. Doesn't have salt, or is sodium citrate. I guess, what is that? Sodium with citric type composition? Can't figure it out. High, medium body, nearly heavy, and a sweet finish. On the sweetness scale, oh, come on. It's probably 5 out of 5 sugar cubes. With using a Cyclops look at it, perception of it. On the bitterness scale, hop cones, 0 out of 100. I mean 0 out of 5 hop cones, same thing, 0 out of 100. 0 out of 5 hop cones. Could this have hop extract in it? It probably does have. I've noticed that the Ritas from Anheuser-Busch almost always, well, I think always have hop extract. It's the last ingredient. So on the tartness scale, it'd be very high. But there isn't an international tartness unit scale. There's international bitterness units. On the IEU scale, which I use from time to time, international enjoyment units, I think it's very high. If you look at these things in the right context. If you're looking at them as a serious craft beer, of course it's going to be a catastrophe, but it's not designed to be that. Just look at the Rita's website. They're not taking it seriously. It's just what it is. It's helpful, you know, got a locator tool, very accurate, to give you a description of each product, unlike certain other Pabstian websites, which I will not mention. I know, I keep doing flavor beer this, flavor beer that, but I mean, 70% of the craft beers are running across a flavored. So I'm not worried about it anymore. That's it. Flavored, 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 flavored. They did a very good job with this. Although you will notice that they tend to be much more alike one to the other than they're different. They tend to be citric acid, tart, have a pale underbody, a pale undertaste, a high medium body, a sweet finish. There's no kind of hop action going, which you wouldn't expect them to have. There isn't much beer flavor, which you would expect. And whether you're doing high alcohol ale, if it's flavored ale like the original club tails or the MXD, the mixed, or if it's a flavored malt liquor, which may be lager, probably is lager. But in the end, it doesn't really matter because it's constructed to be odorless, like a vodka, and they flavor it. And then look at all flavored vodkas you see everywhere you turn. And what's the big thing right now? The peanut butter flavored whiskeys. I see people buying that like madness, like mad love. I think a 25-ounce can would be better to share with friends, maybe 3 servings. I wouldn't recommend drinking this whole can too fast. I'm gonna stretch it out over many hours. I think they do show a serving here somewhere. Oh, they're giving the total calories per 12 ounce. Now they're saying 292 calories average analysis. Is that for 12 ounce? I don't know, it's confusing because the website clearly said 207. I don't think it would be 292 for a 12 ounce. That doesn't sound right. I don't know. Sorry the can's beat up, but wasn't leaking. How would I score it? Oh, I've done so many of these flavored products now. Flavored vodka. Those didn't come out. Many of those didn't come off too well. It's too thin-bodied or something. Some were good. Some were good. Especially that flavor cognac. The cognac. Remember the Monaco. And Monaco is showing up more and more and more in Louisiana. Monaco cocktails. Can't get over it. And more of the club. The original club, which is not beer. It's it's the original canned cocktails. They're very small. It's like one shot. Price is not bad either. I haven't bought one. I think one of them's like a Brandy Alexander. But this is going to be on par with the daiquiris that people buy. They're buying daiquiris, which usually have the high fructose corn syrup that's so off-putting. This looks, to me, what I'm tasting, they must be going to the cane sugar full bore now. And the cane sugar is so much more pleasant. Now, is it healthy? I don't know. Probably it's not good to take in all that sugar anyway. But it's so much more enjoyable, the cane sugar-based flavored beverages, than the high fructose corn syrup. You don't get that strange, drying, off-putting sensation. So anyway, this cold weather always gets to my nose. Like it's not making me have a cold or anything. It's like smelling menthol. It just makes it like that. All right, but anyway, the score, I would say A. Like whether I say 93 to 97, that doesn't really matter. It's A, but we'll say 93 out of 100. Into most excellent. The price is good. They always have these 2-4s at those places. 2-4. You buy 2, you get it much cheaper than if you buy a single. And of course, they want to sell more volume. It's a winner. I gotta call it like it is. It's a winner. And I was reading that newspaper article. They were saying this flavored beverage thing has exploded across America. It is one of the huge players now in the industry. And that's it. That's where it's at. You can hate it or not, but it's there. And it looks like it's going to be around for a long time. And we know the roots. The roots go way back to the 1960s at least. At least. But now, explosion. Y'all come on down. Lazy Lay, Bon Ton Relay. Y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.